The Lana Brophy, Weather Rate certified 10 years in a row.
Winter weather moving through the state today.
Yes, with more in the morning, right, Alana?
Definitely so. That next storm is here. We're watching that snow come down. This is live look from our Mount Olympus camera that faces the mountain. And so, yes, we have snow in Salt Lake County, and we have watched that snow really fill in northern Utah. We knew this area of low pressure would dig towards the Beehive State, impacting the northern half of the state as we made it through the overnight and into tomorrow. It will impact central and southern Utah, and we'll talk about how and when. We're tracking those snow showers right now and where it's filled in. We're going to look at those travel impacts. Our winter weather alerts are in effect and remain that way as we get through our Wednesday. Colder air is on the way as well, so we will see our temperatures dipping as a result. That northerly flow comes in. So what it looked like right around 7th East in Salt Lake, pretty shot here with those big flakes coming down, and we know the temperatures are right around freezing, and as we head into the overnight and they get colder, we will see that sticking to the surface. Satellite radar kind of shows us exactly where that snowfall has moved in. You see that green mixing in originally in the last hour or so, and that's a mix of rain and snow, that mixed precipitation now turning over. As we get a little closer, get pinpoint here, you can see Provo, Payson, and Utah County, as well as that thicker band coming through Ogden towards Kaysville into Bountiful and even Salt Lake. Logan getting a little bit of a break here. But we know that we're not finished, and it's going to continue to stay active as we get a little closer, get that idea of that thicker snow from Ogden all the way down to about West Jordan. We also know towards Lehigh, up there in Summit County, just looked at the Jordanelle cameras. So we know that's coming down up there, and those are areas that will continue to see snowfall. So again, those numbers right there near freezing, which is why the snow is falling, but it's not quite sticking to the surface. The roads are being treated as we speak. 34 in Logan, just above freezing in Salt Lake, 44 in St. George. As these numbers dip, that will allow for the accumulation snow. We've got a winter weather advisory in effect and a winter storm warning for our mountains. Winter driving conditions are expected up there in the high country. And this is the reason why. Live look at Solitude, where the snow continues to come down and the winds are blowing. So you get blowing snow, reduced visibility, and an avalanche warning. Utah Avalanche Center putting that out for the Wasatch as well as the Uintas as we add heavy wet snow to the snowpack in a relatively short amount of time. So this will remain in effect until 6 a.m. And we know that they're going to be working and triggering avalanches up there in the Cottonwoods, so a heads up there. Let's look at the FUTURECAST so we know exactly where this moisture is headed. As we zoom in, you're going to see that it continues into the overnight. Here we are at 2 a.m. You watch as that band kind of shifts even further south into central Utah, getting through the early morning hours, 6 a.m. So I would say between 5 and 8 a.m. you are looking at morning commute impacts with colder air and snow falling in and around the airport as well as along I-15. So give yourself extra time for tomorrow. As we make it into the afternoon, we really get focused on central Utah and this portion of I-15 as that wet weather does kick up by lunch. Now we are going to see some lake enhancement coming off of the Great Salt Lake and Utah Lake as we get through tomorrow morning. So a heads up there. See those active skies holding on through Wednesday afternoon and into Thursday. Okay, here we are tomorrow night, where we know all the way down to the I-70 corridor. We've got the Sanpete Valley, Juab and Millard counties under that winter weather advisory, or we are looking at accumulating snow. Northerly winds to follow. Gap winds expected down there in Washington County. Okay, how much snow? Good question here as those temperatures drop 4 to 8 for the northern Wasatch Front, and that's that band right now. So as those temperatures get colder, we're going to see that accumulation 2 to 6 in our northern valleys. Benches could do better. Central and southern valleys trace to 4 inches, and again, that's going to be tomorrow afternoon. Healthy totals for our mountains. We'll take it. We need it. Our snowpack does well with this, and so we want these storms to continue to move on through. Cooler conditions expected into tomorrow. 30s, upper 30s in Salt Lake. We get 40s on the eastern side of the state and on the I-15 corridor. 60s down there in St. George. Here's a look at Washington County, where, yeah, you get a chance of some wet weather tomorrow night into Thursday, but you get those really gusty conditions. Colder air moves in as well. Fairly quiet for the weekend when high pressure will take control yet again. Snow for tomorrow. Cold temperatures as we get into Thursday. Look at those overnight lows in the teens. We're going to warm back up with that high pressure for the weekend. We keep our eye on Tuesday and Sunday. Increase cloud cover just a little bit because we can see some wet weather wanting to make its way in. We, of course, will track it and keep you posted. Glenn, Emily, over to you.